What's up? We here at SmugTV once more. I got my man's Cliff Green,
What up?
Talented young man, an author. You know what I'm saying? You're the first author that I ever interviewed, so, I appreciate that, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Less than a sack of weed.
Principles for the hood.
Alright, man, let's talk about it. So, how are you doing, first off? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm glad I'm here. Glad I'm here. Good to see a brother that I came up with. Glad we both here.
Yes, sir. Let's start with 2020. How was 2020 for you?
2020 exposed a lot. Like 2020, I grew a lot. We seen what happened in the country, and it was a time to grind. Like a lot of stuff got exposed with the racial stuff and this and that. I think we as people should have been like, all right, it's time to come together. And that's what I seen. Like I seen the people that want to come together and the people that don't. But for me, it was good. This came out in 2020, and I just been continue to grow, trying to grow and get better, do it all. Can't let that stop us.
Yes, sir. So how you feel about the stimulus packages and COVID-19 and PUA money and things like that?
Well, for the COVID, to me, man, it's overhyped. Like I know people's getting something, they're getting something, so I ain't gonna say it's fake or whatever, but because I had a coworker that actually had it. Like he had it, he was wheezing, he was down, it was scaring me. But they're overhyping it and they're gonna try to take it to a new level where they're gonna try to vaccinate us all. That's what it seemed like. And you can't do nothing without a vaccination. And if it get there, nah, we ain't having that. I'm hoping everybody wake up before it get to that point. But for the PUA checks, I don't know. Forget all that. Us as people, we need something bigger than that. Give us some land or something real.
As far as reparations and things like that?
Yeah, something. Give us something. Give us something that's going to last. Because a little $600 or $1,200, that's what you get rent and some food, and then what happened next month?
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole PUA with the unemployment, how anybody was able to file unemployment and all that stuff. How you feel about that?
Be honest, I don't have no feelings about it. It is what it is. You mean people was being able to file and then actually need it?
Well, people anybody in the world, everybody walking around with 10 bands on them and shit like that.
Hey, the people that got it, that needed it, hey, that was their come up. Hopefully it just be a blessing to them and they came up. Hey.
Okay. So 2020, you decided to release Less Than a Sack of Weed. Principles of the Hood. How did that come about?
Well, I had a blog, 25 Black in the Lab. Well, I still got the website, 25blackinthelab.com. And I've been writing since I was 25. So, you come up in the hood. So 25, you kind of beat the little young stage where stuff always happens. So I was writing on there, and then I was I finally got to put it together, and I compiled it, put not the best ones because I still got more to come. Compiled it, made it nice and short, made it easily relatable, and then I was I got to put it out. I just got to put it out as a book.
Okay, so some of these narratives or passages are also featured on your website?
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
And that's 25 Black in the Lab, right?
25blackinthelab.com.
And that's also your Instagram name too, right?
Yes, sir.
I was always wondering that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to check
25 Black in the Lab.
Check that out. All right, so what made you choose the passages or narratives that you did to put in the book?
Thought they was all powerful. Thought they all could help change somebody's life. It's not even though it says principles for the hood, there's a lot of motivation and stuff in there. I think every single one has something that can actually make you think about something different. You might have saw it one way and be okay, I can see that point. And I tried to make it real easily understandable.
All right, so what was the steps that you took to actually get it published and things like that?
All right. So anybody else that want to be an author, it's not that hard. If you got a Microsoft Word account, put all first and foremost, I'm gonna tell you, get a notebook. If you ain't a writer, become a writer. Always keep a notebook on you. You might like the poetry, you might just write down your day. Because at the end of the day, it's going to help somebody else. that you went through something that somebody else might need to see or hear one day. But alright, so I always been writing, and then I put it all together on Word. I compiled the ones that I like the most, and then it's easy for real. There's this thing called Canva.com. That's how I made the cover. Real simple. Use the Canva with Amazon. You go to Kindle. You upload your manuscript, and then upload your manuscript. Set your price. Hit publish, and you got it. Well, you got to do the keywords and categories and stuff like that, but then you got it.
Okay, so it's easier to publish a book nowadays than it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really need an actual publisher to publish it.
Nah, not at all. You don't.
All right, so why less than a sack of weed?
I like that question. All right, so look, less than a sack of weed, principles for the hood. We all know a gram of weed is a dub. Get you high for 2, maybe 3 hours, right? Get you high 2-3 hours. That's fine. I don't care if you smoke weed. You can smoke all the weed you want. But this costs 15. This gets you high for the rest of your life. You change your mentality, you change the way you move, and you win and you're high. Like you win on all levels. So less than a sack of weed. You can buy a gram of weed, or you can buy this. After you buy this, you're going to make enough money to buy all the weed you want anyway. If that's what you like to do, smoke the weed. But get your life in order first. That's my whole thing. I like to have your life in order before you do this stuff. Like, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I bought a sack of weed and read the book at the same time.
Hey, good. Now, but sometimes blowing and just blowing one down and reading definitely be relaxing, and you get to sit there and think about it a little bit deeper. Like, all right, yeah.